Brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, what's up? Apologies for the bit of delay. I thought when I stopped the countdown, I thought I can start right away, but I discovered that my mic mute software setup it wasn't working, so I had to get it working. My name is MuslimGamerTV, also known as Rock, and I start the stream like anything else I would start, in the name of God and with thanks to Him. Peace be upon all those who genuinely seek peace and work for it. This stream is of my gameplay of World of Warcraft, the Dragonflight expansion. I return after more than a year, or over a break that lasted for over a year, in terms of playing World of Warcraft, and more than 2 years of a break from streaming. My usual introduction is that if any of what's to come on this stream would not please God, it may be partially on me, but there are things I might not have been aware of and over which I have no control, like what some game developers may include in their games, what other players say or do in multiplayer and cooperative games, and what the stream audience may say in chat. All of this is clearly out of my control. And unless the chat messages are too many within a few seconds, I eventually respond to almost all polite chat messages. Still, I am sometimes distracted by the game itself, so I ask you to please be patient if I don't respond to you immediately. My usual disclaimer is that I am Muslim, but I do not represent Islam as a belief system or Muslims in general. I only represent myself. And unless clearly stated, or I'm talking about verifiable facts, historical or scientific, my opinions are my own, especially my mistakes. I currently do not constantly talk or provide commentary on all my streams. It depends on the stream, and you usually can tell from the introduction or the beginning of the stream, which one it will lean toward. Am I going to be, leaning towards silence or being chatty? For this stream, for example, I might be leaning toward silence unless, someone says something that I would, feel like talking about in chat or so. So you may sometimes get hours of silent gaming from me, but occasionally on my streams I talk about various subjects, inspired by something that happens in-game or by your messages, subjects like religion, science, health, and of course games and game design. I try to make my talks informative or at least beneficial somehow. If you choose to watch my streaming or archived streams, I hope I've prepared you very clearly for what you may expect. If you like the sound of all this, I would appreciate a follow from you on my Twitch channel, and a subscription to my YouTube channel where I'm streaming this. And I mention this because I archive most of my streams on my YouTube channel, so for a quick reference where I streamed something, I mention it at the beginning. There is a Patreon link in the About tab of my Twitch channel and in the description of most of my YouTube videos, in case you would like to support the stream and see more of it. I currently don't monetize any of the videos on my channel because in any case my channel isn't that popular to begin with, currently at least. So if you would like to see more of this, supporting it on Patreon would help me have time to do more streaming like this. I look forward to chatting with some of you sometime on stream. Thank you. Now let's jump to the game. One of the last things I mentioned yesterday or last night when I was streaming part 3, I think, of this stream, so this is like part 4, is that I felt like my Demon Hunter was getting quite weak. Like in the beginning when leveling from, like in the range from 55 or 50, 52, I think I started at 52 at the very beginning or something like that. So anyway, but the range from 50 to 60, things were quite easy. I was just kind of one-shotting stuff, but as soon as I hit level 61 and also played a little bit in the Dragonflight expansion and the world itself, when I started playing in Dragon Isles, bit by bit, but very quickly I started to feel like, my Demon Hunter is not effective. I'm not like doing very well. And of course I knew that was because I was using the rotations or the priority, the spell priorities of back in, Shadowlands. I still had my Shadowlands setup and stuff like that. So off stream, before I started the stream, I took the time to put a proper setup for the current recommended rotation or spell priorities, and I only did it for the Havoc build, but hopefully I won't need to change to tanking during the stream, so it should be good. Yeah, so hopefully I can see some extra effectiveness now, and hopefully you can see it too for those of you who were with me in yesterday's stream. Hopefully you can also see that I'm a bit more effective now against these mobs, I mean. And of course they are questing mobs ultimately, so they are easy, but I meant, I wanted to just be able to grind faster, kill things faster, so that I don't take too long, so that the grind, to level 70 doesn't take too long. Of course, I am happy to explore the Dragon Isles and the new expansion, though. So my my wish to grind against mobs faster doesn't mean that I want to skip too much from the actual lore, the material. I want to get to know this new world and the new lore available, so on. Especially because it does also help me, make commentary. Like I comment on things here and there. So yeah, anyway, I'll return. I was doing a quest, yep, over there, so I'll start moving there now. And I'll keep, hold on, I need to change the mouse to the World of Warcraft setup. Yep. So yeah, I'll keep the microphone on mute so that I don't bother you too much with this optomechanical keyboard and its sound until I have something to say.
If even a single dragon egg is in danger, we cannot remain in the shadows.
Wow, that's not a good. That is not a good start. Oh my god. Oh my, what the? Okay, at least I can fly. I was like, what the hell? Why are they sending me so far away? But yeah, that is, man, that was bad. I don't know what happened. I mean, to my credit, I was a bit distracted. I was just, grabbing a few bites while playing, so I was a bit, I was a bit distracted to my credit. But still, I don't know what happened. What is this?
If Even a single dragon egg is in danger. We cannot remain in the shadows.
Oh my god, I lost so much, probably so much experience by this mage. Probably finished off the rare, and I even like all that was for nothing, just some trash I probably looted. So annoying, man. I mean, it's it's there again, but I don't know if I'm gonna get. And I just noticed now that they are sharing the cooldown. So this is why I used my heirloom, and then I was like, can I use the others? And I discovered, no, you cannot use the others right now. I mean, I didn't know this back at the time, like when I used them, because I used I pressed this shortcut, and then I was like, I pressed the other shortcut, and I was like, why am I not getting health? And now I realized that it's a shared cooldown, so I don't need to carry so many of this, and I need just to carry the most effective one. So this is 12,000, this is 12,000, and this is 12,000 too. And, my heirloom is 10,000 and a half. The difference is small, but I think every little helps, so I might as well use whatever, I don't know. Probably use these, just get rid of them.
No. Not stay away from those primal conduits. Stay away from those primal conduits. You deserved better. Sleep, small one, and be at peace. Stay away from those primal conduits.
This is starting to annoy me, to be honest, a bit. The lack of mobs for the quest. I mean, this stuff, I haven't seen this stuff since vanilla and classic. So yeah, not cool. Running around to look for quest mobs, and it's not like even the launch. I mean, I understand these things happen during the like new content launch and stuff, but it's not like, you know, launch week or anything like that.
Grandas Grosu. Salera. Stay away from those primal conduits. No. Not until the eggs are safe. Stay away from those primal conduits. It is up to me to help. This is my calling. Saving the eggs is all that matters. I will protect them. Saving the eggs is all that matters.
A last hope. A whole brood of whelplings lost. Sandrax straightens her back and sticks her chin up. There's one more location we have not checked yet, the large ritual site where that proto-dragon dropped off the eggs. Let us charge the cruel defenses together, Tolkien, and save what we can. Rescue the last infused dragon egg.
This is my calling. Follow me. We'll charge the ritual site together. We must save the eggs. I will protect them. These eggs are our future. Saving the eggs is stay behind me. I will endure the conduit's flame while you grab the egg. For the Lifebinder!
Dude, I'm trying. I can't.
Now! Grab the egg! For the flight! For the future.
No, Sendrax. I mean, I think Blizzard should have, you know, extended the company a little bit more so that it actually affects a player. And of course, there's also the issue of her aesthetic look. You know, she looks kind of scary rather than inviting and stuff, or friendly. And there's her voice too, you know, kind of masculine, and that kind of that all of this like ties in with everything I've been saying about the agenda and the game. Gender fluidity, gender neutrality, no gender at all. You know, there's no gender at all. It's just those are like creatures, and they have like slightly different shapes here and there, but there's no sexes or gender. It's part of this agenda, and unfortunately it affects me, at least me personally. It affects my ability to feel compassion toward her, because I'm not convinced that she's like really a female or a feminine character, you know, that sacrificed herself for her brood and so on. And also, as I said, the aesthetic, her looks, she looks more male or masculine than feminine. So yeah, but then, you know, that's the part that is coming from the agenda. The part that is coming from like creative mistakes and design mistakes is this: that her company, you like I as a player, I didn't spend enough time with Sendrax to really appreciate her and to fear her loss. So yeah. It was like the voice actress did well, you know, just to also be clear about this. The voice actress did well in like, you know, delivering the emotion and all that, but it's about how the you know, the executives, the decision makers behind maybe the creative director behind this part of the lore and the story. They should have like extended the duration and or elongated the experience that you are going through with Sendrax, so that you can really feel for her. And this is a very common mistake I noticed in popular like, you know, like contemporary popular media productions, whether they are games, movies, or anything else. This mistake is done a lot nowadays. In the last maybe decade or so, there's been several instances of this mistake where the director, or basically, you know, the executives behind the media production, make like they get rid of a character, or they lead toward the death of a character in the movie way too early, way before the audience has truly connected with this character, so the audience like don't really feel. And then sometimes you feel like the director or you know, the executives, the decision makers behind the production really want the audience to connect and feel sad and stuff, you know, by the way, by the writing, by the dialogue, by the voice acting of the character. all of these things kind of just like what happened here. I'm pretty sure Blizzard's like the decision makers behind this had the full intention of making the player really feel sad for the loss, for Sendrax's loss and for her sacrifice. But I didn't feel it that deeply, partially because of what I mentioned, about the whole aesthetic and the gender issue, and partially because I just didn't spend enough time with her to really feel like I lost a companion in that sense.
Aspects. Is that a dragon egg? I will summon the Major Domo at once.
What is the emergency, Askra? Has the enemy... By the life binder! Is that an egg? What is your need? The Queen's blessings upon you. Lifebinder be with you. Your rival is... Very well, just this once. Hold on tight, if you can. The tenders alerted me as soon as a caravan of eggs went missing. But to hear what happened to them... Our flight has endured many blows over the years. We had just started to recover. And now this. The Red Dragonflight was charged with nurturing life. We must stop the Primalists. We must stop the Proto-Dragons.
Welcome to the Ruby Life Shrine, Champion. I am glad my Major Domo has brought you to me safely. But what brings you here so urgently? Greetings. The balance must be maintained. What has happened to this egg? The energies that surround it are... This is dire. If the egg can be saved, it will be here, within the sacred waters of the life pools. Once the young of dragonkind filled this vibrant place. And the ruby oathstone, the very symbol of our calling, cast its bright glow high into the air for all to see. Now it lies dormant, as do all the oathstones. I suspect they fell quiet when we relinquished our aspectral power. There are so many things we left behind. But now that we have come home, we can fulfill the callings of our flights and renew the 5 Oathstones. And through their unity, our absent power shall be restored. Embrace hope. Fair skies and strong winds. life endures. Treasure the gift you have been given. Through their eyes, you may come to understand our calling. The Red Dragonflight will protect this world.
Best thing I've seen so far. The best thing is this prospect. Of course, I'm not sure, but it seems like I might actually be able to start flying, like right after I do this quest, and that is awesome. I love like, you know, flying and doing quests while flying. I'm so glad that I mean, if this is the case, really, I'm so glad that Blizzard, you know, stopped basically putting a time wall, so to speak, between, you know, the player and flying at the beginning of every expansion. It's like, yes, it was so like ridiculous and annoying in the past, to be honest. That was just one of the scummiest, at least in my book, one of the scummiest things that Blizzard executives have done in the past several expansions, was basically forcing you to do everything, to see everything and do everything, and not just to do everything in a new expansion and a new continent. No, also start grinding reputation. And that was, of course, before, like they improved it a little bit in Shadowlands, but this is a major improvement. This is what it should have always been. This whole thing about you having to do everything and like finish all the quests and get Pathfinder for every single freaking zone, and then start also grinding reputation with every single faction in the new expansion, so that you can get flying. After all this, you get flying, and what do you do with flying? Nothing. You do nothing with flying. Well, relatively speaking, you do nothing with flying back at the time. What did you do with flying when you got it at that point? You basically flew to your Mythic Plus dungeons, and you did some world quests, WQs, to get even more reputation. I mean, what is this, man? It's just... And why did you do it? Why did they do it this way? Why did they deprive the player from such a fun thing like flying? Even without the new flying mechanics, the old flying mechanics were good enough back at the time for us to you know, enjoy questing more, to see the you know, the new continents from above. You see them from a different angle, because you have to, like, you're not flying 100% of the time. You fly a little bit and then you land. You do questing, and then you kill, you know, quest mobs and what have you, and then you fly, you know, to the NPCs to turn in the quests and so on. So that actually would have enriched the experience. Why? Because you see the new content, you see the new continent. So you see the new continent, the land, and the content from two different perspectives. You see it from the eagle's eye. You see the land from far above while flying, and you also see it down on, you know, like when walking on your feet on the ground, while, you know, killing mobs and picking quest items and so on. It would have enriched the experience, but you ended up basically doing everything on foot or like, you know, mounted on the ground. And then after you're done with the whole continent and the whole expansion pretty much, and what's left for you is basically mythic dungeons. Like, you barely get out of mythic dungeons. That's when they give you the flying for the zone and for the expansion. What the hell, man? Freaking hell. That really was, it was one of the scummiest, things I've experienced in World of Warcraft in the past years. And I know quite well why it was implemented this way. It was a time sink. It was just a major time sink. They wanted you to go like on foot or be on the ground. They grounded you. Why? So that you take longer, because obviously flying saves time, and that's how they thought about it. And why? Because the philosophy, the executives' philosophy and objectives is basically increasing playtime. It's not about enticing players to come back to the world and to keep playing by with fun things, with fun and attractive things. Mainly, no, it was mainly about how do we increase playtime. That's like the question they keep asking themselves. How do we increase playtime? Instead of how do we make the game so fun that players want to spend their time in the game and in the world, in the game's world. It's just corporate greed, man. Corporate greed has just messed up so much in our world today. So much. Corporate greed is now also one of the fueling forces behind the war, the current war and all wars, really. Because war is a very, very profitable business. And by way of that, I hope you remember our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Gaza in your prayers and good wishes, brothers and sisters. Please remember them and keep talking. I'm not doing enough, but I'm trying to do what I can. Whenever I remember them, I mention them. We need a decisive ceasefire immediately, and we need the borders opened for aid, for fuel and food and water to get into Gaza and into the Western Bank. We have hungry children in Gaza today because of this. Literally hungry children. I've seen the videos with my own eyes. Children are going hungry in Gaza. I'll just I'll go, by way of this sadness, I'll go wash the dish that I was eating in, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, part of me feels very guilty for playing games and sleeping full rather than hungry, while my Palestinian brothers and sisters in Gaza, especially women and children, sleep hungry, and many of them are homeless. But gaming for me is often escapism from all this, something to help me forget about it. But and to my credit, I also get like chronic migraines, so, and sometimes they affect my eyes. Like the pain is not just in my head from the migraine. The pain affects one of my eyes, either my right eye or my left eye. So yeah, it just prevents me from doing much, from doing, like, sometimes even from going to the gym and stuff. So I end up sitting at home and playing games, and it becomes a form of escapism for me to forget about real life and the things that are happening and stuff. But there are things that one cannot completely forget in that sense, like what's happening in Gaza nowadays, and this is why I mention them whenever I can, or whenever I remember, as I should, as we should. We have a moral obligation to try to do something, especially when it affects thousands of children and women and unarmed civilians and stuff. But anyway, that's that's what I had to say about that. I'll get back to escapism.
Through their eyes, you may come to understand our calling.
The Isles have awakened. May the flights protect us. Go with the aspects.
Aspect's grace shine down on you. Aspects watch over you. May the waters protect you.
The waters flow again. May the waters protect you.
The Isles have awakened. Stand firm in your duty.
The Isles welcome you. Until we meet again.
Welcome. It has been so long. Each egg requires careful supervision to reach their full potential. We provide that care.
I never gave up hope. For the Blue Dragon Flight has endured terrible losses as of late. We must help them recover.
The widest selection anywhere. You'll find nothing better in the Isles. The best prices in the Isles. Hope to serve you again.
Lifebinder be with you. Protect the flame. It is good to see you, hero. Go with life.
Holf Aldanshi. Life persists.
Warm welcome, champion. Life persists. Alex Strasser sees you.
Our fire cleanses. Protect the flame.
Have you come to trade? Ride the winds. On Sheikaiju. Look to the skies.
Lucky duck. But it didn't say anything. Lady Strasser didn't say anything when I put it. That's disappointing.
Have you brought good tidings? I'll hope.
I never gave up hope. Go. The water that feeds into the ruby life shrine flows from the wellspring beneath Tierhold. These sacred waters nurture the eggs in our care. Aspect's grace shine down on you. Until...
What do you mean the whelplings do not want to fly? This should be second nature to them.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels, like you. May your feet find good trails.
Oh, do not mind the little ones.
Training wings. The dragons were gone from the Isles for quite some time, Torkin. To tell the truth, some of our skills have atrophied as they were passed down from generation to generation. These whelps should be easy to teach, yet we are having some trouble wrangling them. Say, I have seen that even Major Domo Silistra trusts you with the most crucial tasks. Would you lend us your aid and help one of our young? Guide a whelp to eliminate 12 agitated weedlings, 6 intrusive pup stingers, and 1 relentless gust.
These whelps are our future. We serve once more. You have instructed this young one well, adventurer. As they grow and prosper, so shall the shrine.
That's mildly cute, I guess.
We call the strong to protect the weak.
It's good to see our young flying with such joy and liberty in their hearts. Thank you for helping them achieve that.
Your rival is not always your enemy.
I really hope that's the flying that I can get now. I wonder what's the difference between that whelpling that I was training and these little guys.
Caught a good wind stream lately?
Kind of looks similar to my character a little bit.
Keep your feet. Welcome. I'm glad you are ready to explore our wondrous isles. Our drakes are excited to take to the skies of the Dragon Isles once more, and for you to provide an extra set of eyes to help them. This is dragon riding. First, you will learn how to glide with a drake and move efficiently about the peaks. Come, let us get started with some quick lessons. How fare the winds today? Fair skies and strong winds.
Wow, it does look like I can fly. That's awesome. I thought it was gonna come later. Alright, let us start with the basics. If you fly straight, you will wear yourself out right now. Use gravity as an aid and aim slightly down to fly a long distance. The rings will give you the general angle that you should use for basic gliding. First, call upon your drake. Then, fly through the rings and land at the target location. If you find yourself stuck, use the bronze timepiece and Silormu will reset you. Okay.
See you up there. Call upon your drake companion, then drop off the edge while moving forward. You will glide to your destination.
Aspect's grace shine down.
Stay a while. The old dwarf doesn't react to your presence as you approach. As he gazes over the landscape, a deep frown is set in his face. It's a pleasant view. It might be nice to take a break and watch the landscape. Sit for a while. Look at the landscape. Okay. Well, the view isn't bad, but to be honest, I've seen better in World of Warcraft, and I'm not sure if this is because of the weather. What is this? I'm not sure if this is because of the weather, but it seems like cloudy and smoky. So yeah, this is not like the best view because of, mainly because of, you know, the lack of sunlight and the smoky, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure what the quest is about here. And I've been sitting for quite a while, nothing happened with this dude. Oh wow. The dwarf continues to look off into the distance. You notice water welling up in his eyes. Ah, there is something. Stay a while. Silly me. I didn't notice the... Okay. And take a break. Okay. Ask what it felt like to leave the Dragon Isles. How does it feel to be back? Yeah, I was just talking about this in the previous stream or the one before, how I never saw any, like I never played any quests, or I think I haven't even seen in-game cutscenes about the burning of Teldrassil and Darnassus, and yeah, I'm quite disappointed about that. I would really like to, because I wasn't playing, like through the years. I quit WoW several times, and just like the last time, I haven't played the game, like before I started a week ago or something. I haven't played World of Warcraft for over a year, so So yeah, it's not my first break. I took like long breaks before, and one of them was a break during the events of the burning of Teldrassil under Nasus, and I am quite disappointed that when I returned to the game, and after leveling several characters from level 10 and level 1, you know, and trying to quest, I tried also, I think, to quest in is it like to quest in the sort of the quote vanilla world unquote. I think you need to, yeah, you need to play in this like you talk to Chromie and you play in the expansion Cataclysm, and you play in the Cataclysm expansion. And I think I tried like with level 10 characters and stuff, I tried to quest in Cataclysm, but no, Cataclysm sends you into those new areas for Cataclysm. I don't know how. I don't know which quests I can play to, you know, experience the events of the burning of Teldrassil. I've never seen them. I only went to, you know, see the aftermath and stuff, and I haven't attended these events. I don't know what it was like, you know, on the burning of Darnassus and all that. I missed quite a lot, and this is one of the things I kind of feel sad about missing, because I have memories, a lot of memories in Teldrassil. You know, leveling. My Night Elves were basically my main race in World of Warcraft. Um, like I played Night Elf almost exclusively for every single class that I can play as a Night Elf. I would play Night Elf. I just like the, you know, that they are like the one of the tallest, at least one of the tallest races in on the Alliance side. And then, you know, I played I was like a dungeons tank quite a long time, so, you know, kind of to sort of have a bit more what's the word, like authority and stuff to project to project more authority and stuff in game. You know, I picked Night Elf, but but that's not the only reason. I actually like the laugh, like the male Night Elf laugh. I really like it, especially over the silly male human laugh. I just think it's a bit dorky, you know, like the human laugh in, like the male human laugh in World of Warcraft. It's just a bit of a dorky laugh. Yeah, I don't like it much. Like it doesn't express me. Like I don't feel like, you know, my alter ego or my virtual projection or representative in a virtual world would laugh this way. It's not like how it would laugh. So yeah, but the Night Elf laugh, yeah, I really like it. It's like I'm okay that laugh representing my character, or kind of representing me virtually, so to speak. Yeah, these are a few things, and also the dance. Yeah, the male Night Elf dance, even like from the days of vanilla, it was like one of the coolest dances ever. So yeah, for many reasons, I picked the Night Elf. It was like my main go-to race. So yeah, I have so many memories in Teldrassil, leveling a Night Elf character after another. So returning to the game years ago to find that Teldrassil is burned and Darnassus is burned and I can't go to either zones apparently, I was like really disappointed, especially because I can't even see what happened. So yeah. But so in a way I can, I guess, relate a bit to what this character Veritas Raz was saying. But yeah, ultimately life from a real life perspective, and even from most games perspectives, life is short and fleeting anyway. Even if you live like 100 years, still very short compared to eternity of the hereafter or the afterlife. "10,000 years is a long time." Ask about the Dragon Wars. What do you mean? That sounds awful. You had friends in the Dragonflight. Tell me more about your friend. I can relate to that. Remembering someone's face very well but not remembering the name. Thank you for listening to me, young one. I appreciated it more than you can know. Something is wrong with the connection, I think. Yeah, I have. Oh my god, I have such a bad lag, and this is why the interface is like lagging the reaction. Hold on, guys.